everybody, Crafting Journey here. Happy Monday. Yeah, what cup did I pick? Okay, um, no coffee, no shopping. I usually pick my Monday cup. Just reached in the cupboard and grabbed a cup this morning. How is everybody? How was your weekend? Oh gosh, mine was terrific. You guys are so amazing. I just love my subscribers. I just felt the hugs from every single one of you. And so I ended up having a great weekend. Got a lot of stuff done. My house is clean. Um, yeah. The laundry's all caught up. I worked on, getting caught up on my temperature blankets, both of them. It was a good day, good weekend all around. I caught up with my friends, um, diamond painted. So let me show you my progress on the diamond paintings. Okay, this is, my little thingies are falling off. There's my magnet. Okay, so here is where we're at on the mystery diamond painting. So I finished this section and I opened up this whole bottom section. Just because there was lots of color blocking here. Yay! But honest to God, it's still not coming into focus for me. It's just not. So what I did was, I was so thrilled about the color blocking that I got out this older pen that I got from, I think, Handmade Diamond Painting Pens. And I put a 13 placer on one end and a 5 placer on the other, and just went to town with my little 13 placer. It was awesome. It was fun. So yeah, what y'all do this weekend? Did you have fun? Did you like? I just feel like, I know this is a big change from last week, isn't it? I am determined to have a good week. I talked to my boss first thing this morning. I told her that I reflected over the weekend and it would be good for me to get out of the house and to get my fat butt out of this house. I got weighed at the doctor's office last week, and I'm ashamed at the amount of weight I have put on during this last year. But I mean, we all have. Well, maybe not everybody. I can't speak for everybody, but a good portion of us, yes, we've put on some pounds. So I told her, it'll be a good idea to get my fat butt out of this house, away from the Oreo cookies. Although I'm very proud of myself, I did not buy any Oreos the last time I went to Walmart. And it was really strange because they had these blue Oreos. Now, I don't think I want to eat a blue, like the regular cookie on the outside and the cream was blue. Not sure why, but it's a thing. So yeah, my boss and I talked this morning, and I said, although I'm still very grateful that she's going to, give me a different desk area. And she was really sweet. So we had a little chat this morning, and she did say, it'll be kind of phased in that we go return to work. Like, I think she's planning on us doing it 3 days a week to start, and then eventually 5 days a week. But that's fine. I'm good. Whatever. I will go with the flow. So I've got my coffee decaf, but guess what? Yes, I have jumped on the bandwagon. And one of the things that you guys will be able to do for the morning show is to buy me a cup of coffee. Yeah. So there is a link down in the description follow that link and you can purchase a cup of coffee if you want to help support the channel with a one-time donation to the morning show. Yay! Anyway, it goes to support the content of the channel. So I can bring you guys more great giveaways. You know, I said yesterday on my live that the giveaway was this week. It's next week. I'm a week. I keep thinking this is the last week of the month, and it's not. Next week is the last week of the month. Yes. Guilty. So sorry, but yes, I will be having the giveaway next week. I promise. I love this little 5-placer. Super cute. Super cute. Now I'm looking for, I put 4 on here. I don't know where there's 4 at. Oh, right here. Here we go. Here we go. Do, 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 do. I need more light. More light. Oh, much better. Much better. So last night you know, I was sitting out by the TV and loom knitting my loom blanket, and I said, now I'm making all these like resolutions to myself. Okay, I'm not gonna go into my bedroom until I'm ready to fall asleep. And then I'm bargaining with myself. I'm like, first I'll have dessert, then I'll go to bed. So I'm like, no, but I want to watch this Netflix show that I'm watching Rain, and I have 3 more episodes left. I mean, we all know how it ends, but I want to watch it. So I'm like, all right, so I'll go in the bedroom at 9, watch 1 episode, and then I'll go to sleep. So this is what I did. I went into bed, watched 1 episode of Rain, turned it off, and laid there, wide awake. Could not sleep. My poor knee, it just screams at me at night. Now, the doctor did call in some Tramadol. I just have to go pick it up. My pharmacy, you know, I go to the hospital pharmacy, and they're not open on the weekend, so I'll go today and pick it up. But I think eventually, you know, so I'm laying in bed thinking of all these crafts I could be doing. I could be sitting here loom knitting, watching some more of Rain, or I could be sitting here loom knitting and listening to our book of the month for our book club, which is Howl's Moving Castle. I'm listening to it. It's, you know, I was hesitant at first because it's a children's book, but it's very interesting. I'm really into it. Yeah, I'm fascinated with it. So I'm listening to that. But anyway, I'm laying there thinking of all these things I could be doing. So, but sleeping, it was not one of them. So I think I got up and I turned the TV back on, watched the Circle. It's a fascinating show, The Circle. It's a reality show based on this group of people that they never see each other. They just chat virtually. They can open private chats, or, you know, it's really interesting, the dynamics. So they get to learn who each other is through chatting with each other. And then they eventually, they vote somebody off. And so I was watching that and doing my loom knitting. So I think I fell asleep about 1 a.m. And, you know, so I got a good 6 hours sleep. So I figure, okay, we'll just try this again tomorrow night. Progress, not perfection, but I'm not napping anymore. No more napping. I've got to get out of that habit. I've got to get myself, you know, on this new schedule so that I can adjust to going back to work. So, because I can't nap when I'm at work. So yeah. So I figured, I talked to I'm always bargaining with myself. So I said, okay, we'll try it again tomorrow night. Yes, that was the bargain I came up with. We'll just try this again tomorrow night. You know what I'm loving about this painting is all the blues in it. Isn't it beautiful? All the different blues. So I was asked a question in one of my subscribers. How do you know the difference between the different drills? Now, I have a video that explains the different sparklers types, you know, ABs, rhinestones, those kind of things. Um, I will link that video here. If you are that subscriber, take a look at that video. If you ever go to Tmaw's site, you know, DP with sparklers, and you're totally confused about everything that you're seeing, this video will help you out. It'll help explain the different, you know, what the different drills are. Otherwise, you know, usually what you're getting in your kit is either square or round acrylic drills, um, with some Aurora Borealis drills thrown in. You know, like Diamond Art Club always gives you 2 or 3. And what that means is it's an acrylic diamond, but it has an iridescent coating on the top. So it makes it, you know, reflect the light and sparkle. Um, so check out that video if you want to, if you ever have any questions about pointing the wrong direction. It's over my head. If you ever want to know the difference between all the sparklers, now I have to find that video. It's in my library. I need to organize my playlists. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. Let's talk about what National Day it is. It is National Garlic Day. Now, I was reading this, you know, National Day description of garlic. All this stuff I did not know about garlic. Everything you wanted to know about garlic and were afraid to ask. um, like, did you know it is part of the lily family? Lilies are beautiful. I had no idea garlic was a lily, and which includes onions, leeks, and shallots, and it originated in Asia over 7,000 years ago. 7,000 years ago, we've been, and it has these medicinal properties. It's like a natural antibiotic, antifungal, which they say if you want to grow garlic, it's very easy to grow because very few pests will mess with it because it does have that those properties to it. So they just stay away, the pests. It's very versatile. You know, helps control blood pressure, cholesterol. I love garlic. I just do. Garlic bread, garlic, like, there was this restaurant that in Florida where they served roasted garlic. They would roast it, and you could, like, they would give you some fresh bread, and you could spread it on your bread. Oh, so good, so good. Like, you don't want to have a big love fest afterwards, you know, because that garlic just stays with you. If I have too much garlic, it'll actually make me nauseous. Like if I have a really large amount of garlic. But there's lots of superstitions associated with garlic. For example, it will ward off vampires. Yes. Now, me being a vampire, I can attest to this. Yes. If I see someone, you know, with garlic around their neck, I will avoid them, you know, because, yeah, I'm a vampire. As evidenced by, you know, my late night loom knitting sessions. Yeah, so don't come at me with your garlic, folks. Yep, don't you do that. Of course, we know that's a myth, but they say it works on witches and werewolves too. Yep, and demons and all other such evils. Greek midwives kept evil spirits away with it. And the Roman soldiers believed that it would give them courage, so they would eat it. Yay. I think they would just chase people away with their bad breath, is what I think. And This is funny. If they say that if you dream of garlic, that it's going to bring you good luck. And if your dream includes eating the garlic, there's going to be hidden secrets. Now, I can't say that I've ever dreamed of garlic or eating garlic, but who knows? I don't, do you? I'm not a really good one to, like, some people can remember their dreams very vividly. I don't. I really don't. I can't say that unless it's like a really bad dream, then yes, I'll remember it. Or I guess vice versa, a really good dream. I just found this drill with a big knobbly bit on it, and I gotta get that out of there. What is going on here? Sometimes they just make their way onto the painting. We will get rid of that and replace it later. Okay, because we know that if we want our painting to lay flat, we got to get rid of those knobbly bits. Knobbly bits. I think that's a British term, knobbly bits. It just means the drills are misshapen and they have these little, pieces of plastic. It shouldn't be there. Anyway, so let's have some garlic. You could actually get it in pill format if you want to take it, a natural cure for your high blood pressure or high cholesterol. No thanks. Yeah. So, what's next? I don't have any judge, jury, and journey today, except to tell you guys that I took a PTO day today, a paid day off, because I haven't taken one in a long time. And I'm going to sit and work on my temperature blankets and watch the closing arguments. I'll be taking notes so I can bring you the highlights. But after that, this case will go to the jury. And we will see, how the deliberations progress throughout the day today. I have said before that when there is a verdict, I will do a pop-up live. I will share my screen and we can all listen to the reading of the verdict if you're able to pop in. If not, that's okay. Hashtag replay. That's what it's for. Yep. And I'm sure you'll hear it on the news or somewhere in your travels because remember when O.J. Simpson was on trial? Like, do you remember where you were when you heard the reading of the verdict? I was in law school, and I think I was leaving class or something, and there were some televisions on out in the great room of the law school, and people were all gathered there, and so of course I had to go see what was going on because I'm nosy, and they were getting ready to read the verdict in that case. And of course, he was not guilty. And we're all just stunned. We're like, what? Say, come again? Not guilty. Yeah, that was an interesting case. Oh boy. Yeah. So there's just things in your life where you remember where you were. So now I don't know if this is that famous of a case, but I think it certainly has a lot of implications given especially in that state. I mean, what is going on with these police shootings in that state? My God. But more importantly, it just speaks to racism in general. I mean, I don't know why in this day and age there is still so much racism. I don't get it. Because so many families now are blended. My grandchildren are, one of them is half Filipino, the other two are half Guamanian. I mean, there are a lot of children that are, have black fathers, white mothers, or vice versa. I mean, it's just such a blended community in this country now. I don't get the racism. I don't get it. Yeah. So, and I think just like the election, there's a there's a the country's quite divided on the how this case should turn out. Um, I'm not going to tell you how I would vote. um, although I'm pretty, you guys can read my face pretty well when I was talking about the case, about what I think. But yeah, so let's do this day in history, which is also, brings up a horrible crime that occurred in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, I spent some time in Oklahoma City when I was an attorney. One of the things I did as an attorney is I would travel around the country assisting other attorneys in trying their cases. I was considered an expert in how to defend nursing home cases. So if this insurance company had a nursing home case, they would send me to whatever state it was. I would meet with the lawyers. I would review the case. I'd sit in a room and look at all the evidence and all the files and all the work that they had done. And then I would go to the insurance company and I would say, I think this is a case you should pay money on, or I think this is a case that could go to trial. I'm comfortable with this firm's preparation. I think they'll do fine. Or I could say, yes, I think you should try this case, but let me help them. And then what I would do is I would petition the judge in whatever jurisdiction it was. And a lot of what I did was in Oklahoma City. I would petition the judge because if you're not licensed in that state, which I wasn't, you have to petition the judge to allow you to come in pro hoc vice is what they call it. So I would come in and I would assist. Now, I wasn't the main lawyer, but I would be at the table and I would assist them with defending their case. So I spent a lot of time in Oklahoma City. I had an apartment in downtown Oklahoma City. But this is the day in history when the Oklahoma City bombing occurred. And I can remember, driving past the memorial. It's a memorial now, and actually I would walk through it. It's a beautiful park now, and I've walked through it a few times because it's just so gorgeous. But just after 9 a.m. on this date in 1995, a massive truck bomb explodes outside the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City. The blast collapsed the north face of the building, and this is a picture here of that building, trapping dozens in the rubble and instantly killing over 100 people, including 19 children, because there was a daycare center in that building. So all told, there was 168 people killed. So Timothy McVeigh, a 27-year-old former U.S. Army soldier, and his accomplices, Terry Nichols and this other guy named, where is his name? John Fortier. 3 people were in on this. Now, John turned state's evidence or federal evidence, whatever you call it. In exchange for a lesser sentence, he agreed to testify against McVeigh and Nichols. Now, McVeigh is the one that actually drove the truck into the front, and parked the truck in front of this building. So he actually he died by lethal injection. And Nichols is serving a life sentence in a federal prison. The other guy got a lesser sentence. I don't remember what it was, but they were part of this like survivalist, anti-government group, and this was actually the anniversary of the Waco event, which I didn't look that one up, but okay, so on April 19th, 2 years prior to this, was the Waco incident involving the death of 80 Branch Davidians in Texas. So this McVeigh and Nichols, they believed, this was the anniversary, and they were going to, they really took a stand against what happened there at that standoff. So McVeigh decided he's going to park this Ryder truck loaded with diesel fuel fertilizer bomb, a diesel fuel fertilizer bomb outside of this place. Now, when I was living in Oklahoma City, I would talk to different people about this event. And like, I remember one judge telling me that like she had just driven past the building, and had she gotten a red light instead of a green light, she would have been dead. Yeah, she had the green light, so she kept going down the street. She was on her way to the state courthouse. This was the federal building, and she said she pulled into the garage when she heard the explosion. How haunting is that? Oh my God. And then, like I was describing the park. They built this beautiful park to commemorate everything, and what they did was they put these beautiful chairs. They set up. There's all these 168 chairs with each person's name on a chair. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so it's a cute little park. It really is. But and there's an area where the daycare center was, where you can put flowers and stuff for the children. But I also remember people that worked in the legal system telling me what people would do to those prisoners while they were in jail. They were really harassed. They were so harassed. Like, there's things you can do that just to drive people crazy, like loud noise. You don't have to necessarily rough them up, but they were so hated by everyone that the guards would play loud music all night long, or make noises all night, just anything to bother these guys, which it's not funny, but it's just an interesting fact. In fact, McVeigh gave up all of his appeals and everything and just said, okay, just, kill me, basically. And so they did. He got his lethal injection, and, he gave up all of his appellate stuff, and he just said, okay, I'm done. And he was the first federal prisoner to be executed since like in the 1960s. It had been that long since anybody had been received the death penalty in a federal case. So yeah, that is this day in history. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I'm going to continue on diamond painting. Actually, no, I need to heat up my coffee. Don't forget, you can buy me a coffee. Link down in the description. It'll be there. It'll be there whenever you get or you're in the mood to purchase a cup of coffee. And don't forget, it goes to support the content of my channel. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Ring the bell when you want to know if I have another video posted or I do a pop-up live for the reading of the verdict. Ring that bell. Make sure. If you're already a subscriber, go back and check. Is the bell rung? Have I rung the bell? You know, sometimes it gets unrung. I don't know why. Some people don't. They'll be like, I didn't get my notification. I know. It happens sometimes. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content of today's show. It was a little all over the place, but you know, that's it. So, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning show or sooner if we have a verdict. Love you.